What's good? What's good? Get started in a minute. All right. Gonna get started. This is gonna be the first self-improvement Saturdays. And self-improvement is literally talking about what is the difference of something that's going on in a matriarchy. Um, More women in these days are getting confused. What is a real man? What is a simp? You know, a lot of times simps are out there just giving attention away freely. They don't even know themselves. So I did 3 different videos on pretty much some of this topic that we're going to talk today. The first one is what makes a man a prize. 5 things that a simp does when he has money, and the other one is five reasons why a simp simply destroys women. So if you want to join the conversation tonight, the number is right there in the description, and I'm going to put it in the chat before we get started, so it won't be no discrepancies, and I can have you guys call right on in. And if you, as a woman, if you want to know what's going on, or as a man, you want to add on, because I feel like real men understand that these simps are making it hard with the dating pool out there, because the dating pool got piss, shit, and pee and everything in it. And a lot of times is the reason is because these simps are putting women on a pedestal without letting a woman earn it. You know, as a man, you gotta let a person earn your energy. And a lot of times as men, we give it away too freely. If you got that simp behavior, if you're a man of value, man of purpose, man of a program and a plan, you're not gonna just let any woman with a pretty face and a big butt and a smile to just come into your energy. So definitely, guys, you know, if you're listening to this video, this is something we need to start valuing, especially, you know, going into 2021 that it's here, and we gotta be better. We gotta be better in 2020, and 2020 should show you the value of yourself, of sitting down, recollecting yourself, looking yourself in the mirror, and it's you versus you. So I'm gonna start off with talking about what the prize is as a man. I usually go negative in the beginning, but I'm gonna go to the positive first today because it's a new year. We want a new look on it, but at the same time, we need to understand that we all have done simp behavior as men, and we all can backtrack. We all, what they say, we all one blowjob away from going back to be blue pill or whatever. Sometimes you can lose your energy as a red pill guy and go real blue pill real quick. There's nothing wrong with being a purple pill, but you need to always be aware that stove is hot. Just don't put your hand on it sometimes. So, all right, the first thing that makes a man a prize is you got to realize is more women in the world than men. That right there should tell you should think with an abundance mindset. A lot of times as men, we don't think with an abundance mindset because we feel like this, at this day and age, options are everywhere. And let's just be frank, women outnumber men, especially in the Black community and all communities, be honest. So we got to realize that for every, I don't know what state you live in, but it's at least for every 2-3 men, it's like 10 women. So just remember that the numbers for women is always going to be in our favor. Women are always going to be out there for us. So that's one thing that that can make you a prize as a man. And you don't have to be sipping out to a bunch of women. You deal with people that's going to be on your program. But when you have your program, you're going to have people that don't want to be a part of your program. That's just what it is. No matter what you do, what you say, simps that made it so easy for women. Women feel like if you won't do it, another dude will. So just make sure you protect your boundaries and protect your energy. All right, moving on to number 4. Too much entertainment. Hold on, we got Mike calling in already. What up, Mike?
Yo, what's good?
I just started on talking about what makes the man a prize. We talking about basically do women know the difference between a real man and a simp?
This is gonna be a good topic right here.
So do you feel like women know the difference between a real man and a simp? Because we all did simp. Every man that did simp behavior, but are you when you after you did your simp behavior, did you turn out and realize that you were simping and became a real man afterwards? That's the difference.
Yeah. Basically, I don't think a lot of women do unless they know what she's actually using him for. You see, certain women, they know, and certain women don't know. Certain women have been conditioned to thinking that what a real man should be according in society's eyes, when it's actually the opposite. And some women will use that are hip to the game, will try to use that to their advantage. Like, okay, I need a real man that's going to do this and do that and do that and have nothing to offer. Basically, she's saying on the flip side, on the private side, that she's looking for a boy or somebody who's not in full knowledge of the whole situation that she wants to take advantage of. That would be the simp. The simp is going to come in and say, yeah, girl, I'll do it all for you without making any kind of serious demands of her to see how does she bring value into his life. Instead, she's making it believe that she's bringing the value into his life when she's doing the exact opposite. She's looking to use him. She's looking to pull a reversal. A lot of men, we've all been there, but that's not what a real man is. In order for a real man, he does the choosing. You know what I'm saying? He does the choosing. He's like, hey, is she bringing me anything, any kind of value in my life? And if she ain't bringing shit to the table, then she's out of there. Because like you said before, the man is supposed to be the head, the woman is supposed to be the neck. How are they working in together in unison to make that shit work? But if she's using him to that advantage according to society, she's gonna say, hey, I need a simp. I need a nigga who I could take advantage of. And if he ain't bringing me shit to the table, then I don't need him. And I'm gonna go ahead and find another simp. That's how the game is played today. Unfortunately, it wasn't like that back then, but that it is what it is. Though.
Facts. So the first thing I said is what makes a man should be confident to be the prize is Well, I'm going down number 5 all the way to number 1 on my list that I did a video. What makes a man a prize? The number 5 thing is it's more women on this earth than men. So a man should have an abundance mindset to understand that women outnumber men. So you should not panic about being with a woman if you have to get your shit together, because at the end of the day, women outnumber men, and you gotta. To me, that should give you the ultimate abundance, no matter what, because you know you're outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
Hell yeah. I mean, if a man knows he's outnumbered, as far as like, the woman to man ratio, he can actually use that to his advantage, because you got to figure there's a lot of women out there, but how many of them have quality? You know what I'm saying? Quality contributions rather than quantity. See, there's a lot of quantity women out there right now, and I'm sure you see them. They do the twerking, all that silly shit, ain't got nothing to offer. They show their ass and, don't have any hold over their credit or anything like that to bring to the table. Like, how am I benefiting this man other than just my ass? Because, when they hit that wall, ain't really shit to offer, as opposed to a quality woman who could cook, clean, and, bring certain attributes to the table to helping a man out in his position to see how they can both profit, in the future-wise and shit like that. But yeah, quality over quantity, I always say, but it is what it is.
All right, so my number 4 thing on that list of what makes a man the prize is that a lot of times. Hold up, what was it? Hold up, you know what? I went to the wrong list. Oh, I got it. My bad. Another thing is masculine frame. A lot of times guys, if you don't withhold your masculine frame, then it makes you look like a weak guy. A lot of guys that simps, they don't know how to hold a masculine frame. They know how to do the dance. They be the dancing monkey, the fool, trying to get in with a woman by being a dancing monkey instead of just holding a masculine frame, as if, it's a difference between seeing a woman with a fat ass and getting all excited compared to seeing a woman with a nice ass and acting like you've been there before. Because sometimes, just like football, when some guys score a touchdown and do all that dancing and all that, they act like they ain't never scored a touchdown. But the guys that go in the end zone and hand the ball to the referee, like they've been there before, they know they coming back. The guys that get all excited because they see a nice looking woman or a fat ass, that mean to the woman, she's gonna get turned off, because she's gonna be like, look, you didn't hit the jackpot, huh? You ain't used to this. Women want to be with men that the good old saying is, women want men want to be like a man, a certain type of man, and women want that man. And for you to be like that, you got to hold up your masculine frame, so a woman to realize that at the same time it's a challenge. If you show that you put her on that pedestal, she's gonna run the relationship in the long run. You gotta show her, like, I've been there, done that. And masculine frame is very important. How you feel about that? On that masculine frame to show her that you the prize.
I mean, the masculine frame is very important because of the fact that, for one, if you don't have that masculine frame, and say if a chick shows you, it's funny that you should mention that, because yesterday this chick that I used to deal with, she was like, oh, how do you like my body? How you like that? I'm just like, I already been there, done that, But, she was still trying to see if she could tempt me to see if I was weak for it. Yeah. Any man that's already been there, done that, he's not going to be concerned about coach that's already been hit. He's going to be more focused on his finances. Where is he going in life? How is he going to get there? And furthermore, this chick, he's not going to be so pressed about her because he's either been there, done it.
Hold on, Mike. My bad, Mike.
Anything, chicks are going to be checked, right?
Now I was saying, hold on, Big Rich in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, what it is, man? I'm listening, brother. Go ahead, Mike.
Big Rich in the house. All right, look, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, China?
You got it.
I see China in the chat.
Oh yeah, China. All right, so basically, when a man he's already on his A game and he's already been there, done that, he ain't gonna be checking for no chick that's gonna show him up. If anything, that chick's supposed to be showing herself or how to prove herself to him. And if he's a high value dude, he's gonna be doing it all. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pique his interest rather than pique hers. You gotta remember, these chicks out here nowadays, they got a lot of dudes that's trying to show their interest in her. She's not really checking for that. She wants to be able to show a dude her interest and how she's interested in him. She gets a lot of interest in one day, like 10 times as much more than the man does for her. She wants a dude that's not interested in her.
Facts. How you feel about that, Big Red? I don't know if you saw the first thing I said up that a man should know he the prize because there's more women in the world than men. That should give him the abundance mindset, so he got time to always get his shit together because he don't have to worry about, rushing into. That's the first thing I said was it's more men than women that we on masculine frame. Like you should always uphold your masculine frame around women, even if she is sexy as hell. You gotta act like you've been there, done that before.
Yeah, man. Well, check out. I heard your analogy as far as the football.
Yeah.
So as far as getting a touchdown, getting into the end zone, and you can watch from college to pro to whatever. Watch Pee Wee League. You watch any football, and you can tell a cat that ain't never been in the end zone because he gonna go berserk. Yeah, there's celebration or whatever at any time it could be, but guys that have that real sureness about themselves, they hardly celebrate. Not saying that you shouldn't celebrate, but you should celebrate within yourself. If you're a masculine man, as opposed to just being male, okay? Because that's the question. I like the question that you got here posed out in front. Do women know the difference between a real man and a simp? Okay, the thing about it, brother, is I don't think women, a whole lot of them know it because it's a bunch of men out here that don't know the difference.
That is facts.
When you're a man, you always keep your frame, and that's what keeping frame is. And people misuse that word out here, calling it all kind of different things. Your frame is you just being composed. Okay, I'm always composed. You stay unemotional. And I don't care whether that emotion has to do with jumping up and down, celebrating, or whether that emotion has to do with, okay, I'm angry. Okay, you got to keep yourself straight in the line where nobody really knows what you're thinking, but you.
Facts.
Because if you say, for instance, you're upset and you upset. Okay, you a man, you a man's man, you a masculine man. Someone disrespect you, you gonna knock a nigga's head off. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Here come the ambulance, but with them coming the police, and you about to get locked up.
For real.
Well, you could have kept your composure. Now this girl, she with you. You jump out of that tail and you act like that's the first time you ever had it. Guess what? She knows she got a sucker.
Facts.
She knows she got a sucker. So in all things in life, it don't matter what you're doing as far as taking care of your business. That's what maintaining your frame is. Being unemotional, but not letting things shift you. Not letting things control you, but you control your environment and your circumstances at all times and at all costs.
Facts. And that's why you should know you the prize because like I said, number 5 was, it's more women in the world than men. So women going to need men at any day. And then you hold that masculine frame, which is my number 4. That you hold your energy. You are the store. They got to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So you right, man. You right, Big Rich. You got anything to jump on that, Mike, before I move on to the next one?
Not really, man. Rich hit the nail over the hammer with that fucking one right there, man. He definitely tore that shit and broke it down. You do have to be composed when you see all the shit that's going around in chaos and, chicks going on wild. As a man, you're supposed to be like, whoa, shorty, like, calm down. Like, just chill. get this shit handled real quick. And that right there, when you hold a masculine frame and you keep composed, you also hold down that energy. When you hold down that energy, while people are around you going all crazy and shit, you be the main calm one. You be the one that's being highly looked at because you knew exactly what to do and how to handle that shit. You dig?
Facts. All day facts right there.
Right on.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to number 3. The third thing that I feel like that make a man a prize, that men don't have no age limit. And basically what I'm saying is, man, we get older in age. A lot of times when you look at magazines and talk about the sexy man alive, usually those guys are in there either 35 and up. They don't go back and say a 22-year-old man, the sexy man alive. These are the guys from 30 to fucking 50 that be on the cover of those magazines, because we get, man, when we become the best version of ourselves, we become to get better in age. So that helps us understand the abundance mindset of understanding that we can do what we want to do and realize we can date up. We can date older women. We can date women our age and date down if we really want to. So how do you guys feel about knowing that your age, if there is no age limit, once you become the best version of yourself as a man? You got your pick of the litter pretty much.
Well, I don't think of it too much as a good thing or a reward. I think it's just, to me, it's something natural.
Yeah.
It's something that a lot of guys don't realize when they're younger. And that's where a lot of young men end up hitting their head up against the wall because they don't know their intrinsic value.
Fact.
And they can't be patient since we're in this microwave society and everything is so instantized. You have to have it right now, and people don't know the meaning of delayed gratification.
Facts.
Okay, but you have all the time in the world to get yourself together, to make your life and shape it into your vision, and do whatever you have to do. Those women are going to be there.
Facts.
If you are taking care of yourself, and if you're a man that's sitting up complaining about female behavior and how women are acting, you're only doing that because you ain't got yourself together. Because as a man who got his stuff together, and I'm not the richest man out here, okay? My name is Rich. That's about it with me, okay? It ain't about the paper, whatever, okay? But the value I have, I know I have. If you're out here complaining about women and the ones you're dealing with and how they broken and they sick, check it out. That's because them is the kind of women you attracting because you ain't got your stuff together, man.
Facts.
I mean, look, man, y'all know my age, man. But the youngest one on the roster, 23. The oldest one is 35. You understand what I mean? It's not something that it's a big deal to go out there and brag about it. It just is what it is, and that has to do with your intrinsic value, man.
Yeah, and that's
whether you have yourself together.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about on here is 5 things that make the man a prize, and you hit it right on the head. The intrinsic value of your age. You can date up, you can date down, but you can't do no dating if you're not the best version of who you are as a man. And a lot of young brothers don't understand that. So they like you said, they're in a microwave society and they so easy to simp and easy for them to drop down their boundaries and standards to sleep with any damn thing. You know what I mean?
Dig it.
They can't put their head in any damn hole, you know. You got to understand the value of that.
For real, though.
You got anything to add on that, Mike?
Man, I'm going to say it like this, man. As many times as I rushed in or tried to do that simp ass shit back then in the past or whatnot, I learned that it's always better to wait and work on yourself. And when you wait and you work on yourself, all of these other chicks that's going to come to you, you're going to be far more selective because as a man holding the masculine frame and knowing how to take care of things, you're going to be more business-minded. Okay, this chick ain't the one for me. She's got a nice ass, she's got a nice body, but she's dumb. You know what I'm saying? You want to think along the lines of, okay, is she pulling in money for me? How does she handle business? Is she on my level to even have an intellectual conversation rather than me sticking my Jimmy up in her? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about shit like that. And the quality of woman, as you tend to choose up and not rush it and take your time, you get to really know how they are, or just say, sorry, honey, you didn't make the list. Settle up next time. And move on.
100%, Mike. You right, man. 100%.
Hey.
You gotta have them in your circle, like you going, like you having them come into a movie that you're producing, and they applying for auditions and shit. And if they don't make the cut, man, give them the chop. Put their ass on ice and ship them out of there.
Facts. All right, so the next one I put on the list was pretty much similar to number 3, because I talked about men can actually basically go up and down with no age limit, but at the same time, I feel like women will hit the wall faster than men. Men hold on to their looks longer, but everybody can hit the wall. But as a man, you gotta work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the man, our prime years can start even from 35 on all the way on up to 65. Even we still can look good at 20 to 35, but those are the dominant sexual years for women to me. But men's dominant starts at the middle age of 30 on up, you know. So how do y'all feel about the dominance of holding on to your looks, or just at least holding on to, you know, just holding on to your, well, we're no masculine frame, but I feel like the wall don't hit the man as fast as a woman. I'm gonna let Mike start on this one.
Man, I'm gonna say it like this: wall don't hit the man as fast as the woman. The women, they got up until they hit about 25, and then that shit will start to diminish. You'll see them wearing the fake up or anything like that, providing that they didn't hit the gym. You know, if they hit in the gym, they'll slow that process down. But they take care of themselves, eat healthy and everything. But men, as we get up there in age, providing that we work on ourselves, you can hit the gym, diet, exercise, but it hits us much slower. And it'll hit you even slower if you work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mind, body, spirit, you know, mentally. You know, are you hitting the gym? You know, don't eat a lot of these fast foods and shit like that. Try to go with more home-cooked meals. Now hold you down more. You'll have more energy than most people out there today. But as far as the women, man, they get hit like a fucking dump truck if they don't fucking work on their shit, man. They'll fall apart real quick. And be like, oh, my leg hurt, my bones hurt. And I'd be like, damn, time to trade this one in at the dealership, man. It's fucking up. It's a lemon. I'll send it back.
I'm gonna go to Rich on this one because he's the oldest guy on the panel, and he kind of probably see people hit the wall, people ain't hit the wall around his age. So I'm asking you, Rich, what do you see? You know, the people or the community, the people you know around your age. Do the wall hit the women faster than the men, or the men hit the wall, or what's going on? What's going on in there, Cleveland?
Let me chime in on this. You know, being that I'm a young, handsome man in my prime. Jack.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to you like this. It's a lot has to do with it on the way you live. And that's not only with men. That's, yes, women will age faster and men can keep their looks for a longer time, but it all has to do with your balance in life and the way you live. A lot of these men that are out here, man, I've seen cats that, like I say, I'll be 53 this year in June, okay? I keep myself up. Ain't no gym going now, but I got my dumbbells and do my calisthenics and whatever. You try to do as much as you can every day as a routine. Try to be choosy as far as what you eat. The drinking and drugging is a no-go, man. I've had homeboys that once they reached their 30s looked like they was 65 or something. You know, cats getting all kind of, you know, the high blood pressure, you understand, legs amputated and stuff with diabetes. It's all about that. If you don't do nothing but party and drink and drug, you're going to hit the wall. If you're a woman and all you do is laying on your back and you letting all these cats run through you and you drinking and partying with it, you're going to age faster.
Fact.
It all has to do with your lifestyle and what and if you're a man that's on your purpose, you don't have time for all those destructive behaviors. And when you're on your purpose and you let God, you put God first in everything, man, he'll make you glow.
Fact.
Now that's not something you can put on you lifting weights or running or doing your calisthenics or anything else. It's an inner, and it comes out, and it will manifest. Your skin will be clearer. Your voice will be clear. Your speech will be smoother. You can think. You can put together concise thoughts without stumbling over yourself, without miscommunicating. It just comes from inside you, man, and it all manifests itself in the way that you look. And this is a whole lot of things with these cats out here that aren't aging well, and these women that aren't aging well, man. It's because they got a whole lot of venom and wickedness up in them, man.
Facts.
Shit.
Facts. Because I mean, I know people, like you said, people hit the wall real fast when you're stressing and you're regressing because you're not doing nothing with your production in your life. If you sitting there doing nothing, you're gonna look like nothing. So you hit the nail on the head on that one. So I'm gonna move on to the first thing that a man should know that he's the prize. Is the very first thing you should know as a man, that you are the gatekeepers of marriage. A woman cannot get married unless you ask her for her hand in marriage. And a lot of times guys don't understand that you got the control. That makes you the prize. You are the gatekeepers of marriage. The woman can't get your last name unless you give it to her. And like you said, D. Flim always say, protect your energy. Your last name, your reputation of who you are as a man is your energy. So when you the gatekeepers of marriage, you pick and choose who comes to the program. You pick and choose who's on the team. Just like Mike said, some people gonna get cut. Some people gonna make the roster. Some people not. It's your program to run your life the way you want to run it. And nobody could be Mrs. Whoever unless you allow it. How y'all feel about the gatekeepers of marriage? I'm gonna start with Mike again.
Yeah, man. It's basically like this. This is your life. You're running a company. How you gonna run it? You gonna let a motherfucker tell you what to do in your own company, even though you're investing in it and you control it? You're not gonna let that slide so easy. If a chick tells me, like, basically, I was dealing with this one chick, right? And perfect example. She was saying, I want to take it slow. Now, I already spoke to her from before. We were speaking for a minute. She said she wanted to take things slow. I'm for it, taking it slow, but I ain't for it to be played like no sucker. She was like, yeah, well, I just wanted to know if we could go out somewhere. I'm like, well, that's cool, but who paying? I said, you're paying. I said, no, I'm not. Who said I was? Next. I left her ass right there. Like, you ain't going to just hit me up on some random shit, thinking that everything's okay. I'm the one that's in control. I set the pace. It ain't even going down like that. You let them know how you want to run it. If they don't want to be there for it, leave them for dead. Leave them alone. You're running that shit. That's it. It can't go on your time, how you feel like you want things to go at a pace that you want it to run. Don't deal with them. That's the best thing I could say. Let them go their own way. You go you.
Facts. How you feel about being the gatekeepers of marriage, Big Rich?
Hey, brother, the thrill is gone. It ain't happening with me. But as far as young men approaching it, I don't know what they look to expect in this Western society, because a lot of this doesn't have anything to do with the women per se, but it's the laws that are governed in these courts.
Facts.
That can hurt you, and it's not about the women, not their intention to do things, but it's just the ability to do it, the capability that they can do it. And is it worth rolling the dice on? I would say not.
Yeah.
But it's an individual thing as far as a man and a woman's dynamic go. How is that going? Because I can't call it. If a woman is China had a stream up earlier. She had a couple of Lions Den episodes that I was looking at, man, and it was about the one was about rewarding the woman or validating the woman. I can't necessarily agree with validating a woman, but I will reward her as a man. If she has done all she has to do and she's worked to earn that position, she deserves that commitment. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing simpish. There's nothing weak about that. If you're a real man and it's a real woman and she deserves your commitment and she's earned it, and you got to be specific about that, because her deserving it is coincides with her earning it.
Fact.
You know, like China was saying, you have to look for the sacrifice, the woman that's going to sacrifice for you. And if she doesn't sacrifice for you, then she hasn't really earned it. She hasn't invested in anything. She hasn't invested into your process. She hasn't invested into you. And that should be the goal. Because, of course, you're going to be the one that's going to take care of her. But all day long, we are the gatekeepers. I mean, women are the gatekeepers of sex. If they open up their legs, we can get some. If they don't, we can't get none.
Fact.
And if you do still try, you're going to get in a whole lot of trouble, Jack. And we ain't on that over here. We real men over here. We don't take it, okay? It get thrown at us.
Yep.
But as far as the marriage go, the commitment thing go, hey man, if she deserves it, and it's still a risk.
Yeah,
because
it's still a risk.
There's not a person that gets married that says I do that knows that this is going to end up in divorce. All them people, you go down there downtown and you can look at the divorce court and you can just sit up in there and see the
Hold on real quick. I got a call coming out. What up, man?
Hey, I ain't gonna make it at 8. I'm gonna be a little late. We still at the barbershop.
All right, I'm on the live stream right now, so go ahead.
Oh, shit, I'm back. You're back.
Yeah, all right. Just hit me back then.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, my bad, guys.
Okay, I got you.
Go ahead. Yeah, my homeboy, we about to link up later tonight, about to hit this little spot up tonight. But yeah, y'all want to check me out tonight, I'll be on Instagram. I'll go live or do a couple things in the story tonight. We're going to get out tonight and put them hard bottles on and show you how a grown man dress tonight.
Yeah, boy, hey, suited and booted up, go do your thing, brother.
But
hey, man.
yeah, that's facts.
Those are things that quality men can go do. You see, if you're not about your business and not taking care of business, you can't choose to step out like that when you want to.
Facts.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, but you know the thing about the gatekeepers of marriage is the big thing is to let you know that a woman's always on your time, because
Absolutely.
they run out of time most of the time because of women are more like, I got to be married by this age, I got to be married by that age, I got to have kids by this age, and they do, because they run out, their eggs run low at about 35. So they want to get married by at least 35, 40 so they can have kids. And then it don't let them be single moms. So they're really desperate, and because they want a man to lock down her and save her from the single momhood. So it's a lot of things by being the gatekeepers of marriage. Just knowing that you hold that power, you hold that energy. You got to be careful, like you said, Rich, is who you get that energy to, who you get that last name to. And at the end of the day, that makes you the ultimate prize, because last time I checked, a woman can't get married without a man, but nowadays it's women marrying women. But
marry themselves.
But
they marry themselves, they marry their dogs and cats, they marry everything.
But I'm just saying, in general, if you want to go by the natural order of how the Bible is, a man needs a woman to be married, a woman needs a man to be married, a man got the control of that. So that's what I'm gonna say on that. That's the last thing that I'll say that makes a man a prize. That's my list. I don't know if y'all got anything to add. I'll go over it one more time. If y'all add something, just let me know. The first thing is more women. Well, the number 5 thing is more women than men. So you should always have an abundance mindset, because you know it's more women on this earth than men. Number 4, you should always uphold your masculine frame. It will always make you look different than these simps out here. Number 3, there's no age limit. A lot of men hit their peak when they get older, so they can attract 20-year-olds while they're in their 40s, and they can attract whatever. They can attract everything. I mean, from 20s, 30s, 40s. You can be 50 years old dating all 3 of those categories. Ain't that right, Big Rich? Number two, men hold on to their looks longer than women, and that's a fact. A lot of times men do if they work on themselves, or people in general got to work on themselves, because I ain't gonna sit here and say I looked at Mariah Carey the other night. She was on TV. She looked damn good for her age, but I know she got money and shit, but that shit looked good to me. So that's all I'm saying on that. And then number one is the man out the gatekeepers of sex. Basically, just saying, guys, you're in no rush to lock down any woman because you got control of who you let enter your life. And at the end of the day, women got expiration dates that they gotta make. So you got the control. So don't give her the control. You got the control. She needs you more. She needs you for a baby. She needs you for a marriage, and you got control of that. And just don't give your energy to anybody. So y'all got anything y'all will add to the prize that the 5 things I said? I know it could be more, but I'm not thinking right now. But
that's a solid brick, man. That's a building right there you just put up, man. Every brick is solid on it, man. I love it. I can't really say nothing else, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to what a simp does when he has money. And so this is why, to me, this is one reason. This is the negative part of the live stream. We talked about the positive, building the man up. What makes you the prize? Now, what makes a man a simp when he has money?
Oh God!
So I'm gonna go down from number 1 to number 5. The first thing a man do when he has money, he will always lead with his wallet. A real man will lead with his personality, who he is, what he stands for. But a man that don't know who he is and got money, he always gonna lead with his wallet. So how you feel about that, Big Rich? Man leading with their wallet.
Man, that's the number one thing. That's the number one hallmark sign of a simp is leading with their wallet, man. And a fool and his money is soon parted.
Facts.
And the thing about it is you may be a really, really wealthy man, because there's a lot of really, really, I'm not talking about rich men, I'm talking about wealthy men that are simps, okay? So he's not necessarily going to run out of money, but he's not going to be broke money-wise, but he's going to be broken in his spirit, man.
Facts.
That's the first thing that they do, man, is lead with their wallet, and that's such an empty existence. Not only does the female getting you, but you defeating yourself living like that, no matter how much money you got. And if you guys that work for a living like we do, you're going to soon meet your ruin doing that.
Facts. You never could really, at some point, you never could recover in your inner spirit when you leave with your wallet, and that's all you know. That means you don't. That means you don't know what your soul is capable of, because your soul is more important than money. How you feel about this, Mike?
Man, that shit is real right there. Like, if you're leading with your wallet, that is like the worst fucking thing you could ever do in life. Main reason why I say that is because when you're leading with your wallet, you're not leading with your brain. When you're leading with your brain, you carefully make those critical decisions as to what you're really supposed to be doing. A chick could be tricking off you and you don't even know it. You over here, you divulging, spending all of this bread on her, and you don't know she's using you and giving that money to the next nigga. That's why you can't be stupid with your money. When you're leading with your wallet, you're a dumbass. Like, I'm going to say that one time, and I'm going to say it one time only. You're leading with your wallet, that's it. It's a wrap for you, because you're not thinking critically. Okay, why am I giving her this money? Shouldn't she be bringing that money into the table? That whole leader with the wallet shit, it's a fate worse than death, because it shows that you're not thinking with your brain.
Ooh, that's facts. That's facts right there.
I'm going to say this about leading with your wallet as a man. The same way you start, the same way you're going to end. So if you lead with your wallet, you're going to lose your wallet in the end. So if you go in to lead with your wallet with a female, she going to have your wallet at the end when she divorce your ass. Same thing that make you...
For real though.
Same thing make you smile, make you cry. So that's how I feel with that wallet thing. Is if you just sit there and you lead with just who you are as a man, then a lot of times I notice a lot of times when you keep it all the way 100 with a woman and she can't handle your realness, she gonna a woman that's fake, she gonna move away. She gonna move to the side. Like I can't even play mind games with this dude. So yeah. So that's why it's more important to lead. Even if you got money, you lead with who you are and what your intentions is as a man. Well, that will cut away a lot of bullshit. But if you just sit there and you throw money at her, then you try to get in her head later, her mind is already on the green. She ain't worried about nothing else. So leading with your wallet is horrible.
Yeah.
Golden Child, what's up, man?
In New York, this is how we deal with it, man. You ever been to New York and you go into the parks and shit, and you have a whole bunch of bread? This is how you do the leading with your wallet test. If you taking bread out your pocket, right, and you throw it in anywhere, you see a whole flock of pigeons flop around, then you're a fucking simp. That's how niggas be thinking with their wallet. They throw the bread out their pocket and they throw it on the floor with a whole bunch of pigeons. What the pigeons gonna do? They're gonna go down there, scoop, collect the bread, and then as soon as your ass run out, what they gonna do? They're gonna fly right off. Maybe even shit on you on the way out, and that's what you gotta leave. That's how you're gonna end up dealing with that shit. Or you go to the park, you feed a couple of ducks or swans and shit. They gonna all fly for your shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is the nigga to be with. And then when you run out of bread, you like, hey, I'm fresh out. Watch the motherfuckers turn their back on you. Be like, man, fuck this nigga. I'm out. I'm going to fly away from this nigga. That's it. It's a wrap.
Well, we got them same birds in Cleveland, Jack, didn't we? Them same birds out here. Not as many as we even think as New York, but we got the same birds. What's up, Golden Child? I see you in the chat, Jack. What's happening? I hope everything is all right with your grandma and things, man.
No, she passed away, man.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. With blessings and peace to you, brother. You know my prayers are with you, man.
Yeah, I've been praying for him, man, and I just went back to that last stream we had about wins and losses, and I feel like she built a legacy to make him who he is as a man, and you know, that's all we can ask for, because some people in this world don't even get a grandma or don't even get the chance to meet their grandma too. So with that being,
he's a stand-up guy, man. I love Golden Child, man.
Yeah, hey, that dude, he rocked with me. You've been rocking with me since day one. So like I said, if I don't have nobody but my 5-10 people that rock with me that come in on my live stream, I don't care. You know what I mean? We building, we changing somebody. Somebody gonna hit this live stream and change for the better. So
quality over quantity, man.
Hey, that's all I care about. I'm not gonna sit here and soon somebody put something up like Aisha Curry and go be like all these content creators making the same damn video just so they can get views, likes, and super chats and all this crap. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna stick to my message only. Not to hate on nobody, but I see that people clout chase and clout on each. You know, it's some things that need to be talked about, but I don't need to talk about what 20 other dudes are talking about. That's just not me.
For sure.
That shit get bland after a while, bro.
Yeah,
the original. Fuck what they think, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about you, Stack, man, because it be about, we address issues here, man, but everything, even your standalone videos during the week, it's addressing issues, but it's about building, it's about correcting, it's about solutions, not the problem itself. It's about the solutions to the problem, and that's where our fulfillment comes in, man.
For real, because, you know, the awareness is cool, but if you're still angry and you're aware, you're just going to continue to be angry. And I see that in a lot of guys' content that some guys I'm cool with, and I'm like, man, you know, it's cool to awareness, but where's the rallying cry for help? Not the rallying cry to keep hating women or hating what they do. We know what they do. You got to be in control of it. So, all right. So yeah, I forgot what we. All right, yeah, leading with the wallet. All right. So number 2 is pretty much. It's closer. It's just like leading with your wallet, but it's more like using your toys, like cars, houses, clothes, jewelry, for you feel like if I buy this, I'm entitled to a nice looking woman. You know, I don't know if y'all remember the movie Fast and the Furious. Well, not Fast and the Furious. Was it Gone in 60 Seconds? And he said, dude walked in and was like, yeah, my name's Roger. He said, my name's Roger. He was like, well, you know, I was looking at this that car over there, and he's like, well, I guarantee you buy this car, you're not gonna have no more lonely Friday nights. That's a basically, I don't know if y'all remember that, but that's a simp ass statement.
Yeah.
You know, for you to spend almost $250,000 for a car, of course you're gonna have company, but at the same time, what type of company you gonna have by showing using a toy to get validation? You know,
what they ride with you for, man? Too Short had a jam back in the day. They ain't trying to fuck with you. They trying to fuck your car, man.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you know, we'll get to that. I got a live stream coming up on rappers real soon. I'm talking about Eazy-E. Eazy-E was red pill before a lot of guys was red pill. He knew really at back in the day, those rappers before social media, they knew what type of women they knew female nature all the way when they got into hotels rooms with these women and stuff like that. They knew the female nature back in the day wasn't so, it was more of a secret back then, unless you was just a high profile guy. But now, you know, I know I'm going a little tangent, but now it's more out there for everybody to know what people do and how people do it. But back in the day when you was famous before social media, guys saw women's true colors when they sitting there kissing their husband one day and then get to the job and sucking some, you know what, the same day. So, you know,
I look forward to that. That'll be a good one, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live stream on some rappers and stuff and understanding what red pill music used to be in the 90s. You know, just like my boy, I don't know if y'all remember Big Mike, I'm just a player. Oh, yeah. That song right there tell you everything, and a couple 8-Ball MJG songs as well. But I'm gonna break that live stream out probably next week. We probably jump on that next week. All right. Anyway, so yeah, using toys to get what you want out of women. How you feel about that, Mike? When the guys actually, you know, lead with their toys, lead with their car, lead with their clothes.
Man, I think that I was watching this video yesterday. It was about this guy named Virgil. And everybody thought that he was a pimp. That he wasn't a pimp, he was actually a Mac and a player. When you have certain things like that, shit that depreciates in value, you have to remember, why is that individual there? So I think that's like the worst thing that you could do. And if anything, if you're going to invest in something, you invest in yourself. You don't invest in any materialistic possessions because they depreciate in value over time. But if that woman is around because of just what you have, then she doesn't even have any value, or anybody else that matter, because of your materialistic possessions that depreciate over time, then that makes no sense. You just, instead of investing in yourself, you've invested in something that depreciates in value, and in that turn, you will hold no value. Because once that item is gone, then you're worthless. So I always say, put that value and invest in yourself before you invest in any kind of materialistic possession. Because when it goes, you know, you're gone.
Facts.
That's why you have to have value in yourself, invest in yourself.
Facts.
When they're gone and that disappears, they're gone too, right along with that shit.
Facts. Yeah, these, like I said, these what simps do when they got money, man. All right, moving on to number 3. Another thing a simp would do is over pursue a woman because they're invested, because they invest their money. Like, basically what I'm saying is, if the guy want the ending to be his way because he spent his money, they feel entitled for, if they at the club and they get a group of women in, they want to end their way because they invested their money and got the section, and maybe, you know, might pay the car note, might do any damn thing. A lot of times guys feel entitled when they spend their money. I know they say it's a good old thing, it ain't trick unless you got it, but the back end of that saying is they feel like once they spend their bread, they better get it. And a lot of people don't think like that. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, man, it's like this. She didn't come out and tell you she was going to give you anything. In the first place, if you expecting, if your goal is that slimy piece of meat between her legs, then you an empty cat, period, anyway. Because I'm looking for what? I ain't looking for that. That's easy to get, man. I'm looking at what she can do for me.
Facts.
You know, I'm looking at how I can put her in my employ, so to speak. And I'm not talking down to y'all women, so don't think while you're listening to me. I'm just talking to men from a man's perspective. I respect y'all. I love y'all. But I'm looking at what a woman can do for me, what a woman could put into my life. I'm not looking for that between your legs, darling, because you getting fun from that and I'm getting fun with that. That's neither here nor there. And that's such a simplistic thing when guys spend their money and they think that that's what it's all about and a woman owes them that. Because 9 out of 10 times, she ain't told you that she was giving you that. For you to just assume that that's what the deal is, and then people going to start coming here and be like, oh, man, but she played me. She played me. No, cat, you played yourself, brother.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it, man.
We said that at the same time. Played yourself.
That's all I got to say, man.
Yep.
You got anything to add on that? Over investing with women?
Man, I'm gonna just say this like this. Dudes be over pursuing and they be putting all of that bread out, tricking, oh yeah, let me go ahead. I'm expecting to get something in return. In the meanwhile, all you have to do is just say, hey, shorty, what's going on? All right, cool. What are you bringing to the table? She said, hey, I want to bring my fine ass. Next. Why? Because I could always get that. It doesn't even have to matter, even if it's from you. But if a dude is over here flossing all this money, like Big Rich said, a fool in his money is soon departed. And for a dude to be like that, that must mean that he has very little options. So he's leading with his wallet, which is a loser's game. It's just about as bad as going to the casino and you putting your money in. As much as you're fucking pulling the handle, you putting your money in, and then you're gonna walk away empty-handed.
Facts.
And who's to say even if after you pay for it and you get it, that it's actually good? Some of that shit, the pussy out there be diseased. They be having COVID pussy, you know what I'm saying? Dry pussy, also raw pussy, exorcist pussy. The bitch is crazy. You want none of that shit. You go ahead, you thinking you buying, you getting what you pay for? Nah, nigga. Everybody done had that shit. And just a thought for those that got caught, you done paid for some pussy that already been bought.
Man,
fucked up.
I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. So on this one right here, I went to Vegas 2017 during Memorial Day weekend, and I tried something different. I usually stay in a 5-star hotel, but I stayed this time. I didn't want to pay the resort fees and all that because I was going to All Star that year. I was going to Essence Fest. I was doing a lot of traveling. So I've been to Vegas about 12, 13 times. And my mindset at that time was like, no matter where I stay, if a woman gonna go, they gonna go. So I ended up staying at this shit called the Howard Johnson. It was next to the Hooters because I stayed at the Hooters before, and they remodeled the rooms. The rooms was nice, but they just wasn't a resort. So that was my number one thing in my head. Like, I'm staying here for like Saturday to Tuesday. Who cares? A room is a room. I ain't gonna be in it anyway. I'm gonna be partying and kicking it. So I'm walking on the strip, and the dude run up to me like, look, you can get this table at the Dre's for $500 tonight, and you could be getting all the hoes, all the women. I'm like, man, I'm good, bro. I'm going downtown to the local spot, and you know, more of the local spot. It's still gonna be some out of town people. Long story short, I went downtown. I already had my drink from the strip and drink from the room. I didn't really need nothing to drink. I paid $5 to get in the bar down there. Kicked it hard. Man, met a little 27-year-old hottie. She's about a 7 on my scale. Man, she went back to the room and kicked it. And the rest is history. And that whole night, I guarantee you, that whole night I spent $5 to get in. I've spent $13 on a pizza, a slice of pizza for her, and a Gatorade. We got back in the Uber and went back to the room and got it in that night. And all by the Uber, the whole night I'll say $48. for me to for $18 for the club, the 2 Uber rides for me to get back to my room and for her to get back home the next morning. It was less than $50 when nigga talking about spend $500 and get seen. For what?
It was a cheap date and everybody was happy at the end.
Yeah, everybody was happy at the end. Shit. And she wasn't complaining about where I stayed at because she jumped in the shower with me. So she was complaining about the room. She wouldn't even jump in the shower with a dude. She was just like, I was.
And anybody else who was on some sucker shit would have been bought that. You know why? Because they don't have an abundance mindset.
And I seen guys in Vegas that literally will come up to women and I overhear their conversation. I'm staying at the Bellagio. I'm staying at Caesars. So, motherfucker, I bet you it's going to be a lonely room tonight. You leading with that shit. So.
Chasing that clears out.
But yeah, but that was something I did, just to check it out one time. And like, I didn't want to pay all them resort fees and shit. I had a lot of shit going on that year. I had my granddad just passed away, helped pay for the funeral. So I was just, trying something financially that was going to work for me. And I didn't care what nobody think. And I still don't give a fuck what nobody think because I'm saying here on the live stream. So it is what it is. All right, but yeah, that was a crazy one. All right, so the next one, number 4, is these guys can dish it, but they can't take it. So basically what I'm saying, I don't know if y'all remember The Best Man. Dude was cheating on his girl and shit, and then the one guy, his friend, fucked his wife, soon to be wife. But a lot of times guys can dish out this, they feel entitled. Like one week they'll be in a club, they'll pay for the section, and the next week the same chicks that they got a section with and spend all that money on, now they on another dude's section. And then they be in their damn feelings because you didn't get the booty, so now you mad because they over there with the cloud chasing with the next dude. And reason a lot of simps kill women. Let's just be honest. A lot of guys are very jealous. They feel entitled, and a lot of times women got to understand that guys will hurt you when they invest in you, especially if they're very insecure. How do you feel about, I remember that one movie with Michael Ealy when he killed Omar Epps in that movie. What was that shit called? Sanaa Lathan was in that. I forgot what it was, but the name of the movie. But dude was crazy as hell. But a lot of times guys can, dish out trying to, invest into a woman, but they're not going to be done until they get what they want. And sometimes it makes it get dangerous. How you feel about that, Rich?
Man, look, when it come back around, the feeling and the emotion is always 100 times is deeper than when you put it on, man. You don't want to play tit for tat because when it come back around, brother, it's not going to feel good. And you ask for that because you out there looking for something that ain't yours. That you acting like you possess that. It's not yours. It's your turn to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much you paid for it. I don't care how much you actually played yourself again because you acted like because you paid some money for it that you had a possession over it. Guess what? When you didn't, you don't have no papers on it. Man. Even if look here, man.
Even if you married,
where these cats be hurting these women and killing these women out here, and that's why y'all women out there, if y'all listen to this, you got to be careful of the cats that you're messing with because see, a lot of these guys that they talking to you and they just saying some of these cats get bent when they say hi to a girl and the girl don't say hi back to them. Now you know what? I've had that happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are just rude.
Yeah.
You can speak to her, but I don't get bent out of shape because she ain't say hi back to me. I just figure, okay, that's an ignorant bitch.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm not going to get bent out of shape and be like, don't she know who I am? I know who I am. That's all that counts. It don't matter what she knows. So, when you're looking for stuff like that, man, you get what you get, man.
Yeah, China had a question. Said, do men want women to just have sex with them without no comment? No commentary. I guess. I mean, no commitment. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Now, if that's the deal, what's up? It ain't always got to be about finances or whatever.
Yeah.
But you want to get it? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, that's facts.
But I'm not going to expect it from you.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, men are like dogs. You feed us, we gonna stay in the yard. You don't feed us, we might go out the yard. If we don't got nowhere, if we don't got no place to eat our food at, and we're strays, and some stray pussy come along, and we choose to have sex, then we choose to have sex. But sometimes, as men, we do have value, and we might we realize that all sex ain't good sex. So at times, we do turn down sex, and then sometimes we don't turn down sex. It depends what type of energy the woman is giving us. If we're gonna have like real quick sex with a woman, if we know she's a hoe, we probably won't do it. But we know she just attracted to my aura and my energy, and a man could feel those choosing signals, then we will just fucking do it no matter what, because we can feel that she admire our ego, and she's want to stroke the ego on top of stroking some other things. It's the same thing. It's a difference between when a woman, when a woman is admire you as a man and want to give you some ass, compared to a woman being a hoe.
Hey, Stack, the thing is, brother, the way I feel about that, all that you said is all the way facts, and that's true. But at the same time, I believe that we as kings,
let me see. I don't know what number this is. Let me see. It might be a troll. I gotta check this.
All right.
Hello. Hello. Troll. Just a troll. All right, guys.
Yeah, man. But what I was saying is, it's just like this. We kings, so we just don't lie to them. If that's what it's all about, be straight up with them.
Hold on, man. Let me see you one more time. This motherfucker don't say nothing. I know they a troll. I ain't gonna answer that. I'm gonna block their ass. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, who this? Oh, all right. I thought you damn troll. Hold on. My bad.
Bro, I was listening to y'all, and I was just so taken back by the rawness of the truth just then. Like, do you know some men, and see, this is the problem I be having, because I know a lot of men are not like willing to say that. They're just not, right? It's like there's some women that won't admit that they're manipulators, that they're liars, that, women just don't want to admit that type of stuff. So I'm just taken back by your answer, the things you just said, this thing, right?
Yeah.
But hey to everybody on the panel, I don't want to be rude.
No, it's all good. We love when you come in.
All right. I'm going to try to make this quick because I actually want to go get something. I'm so hungry right now, y'all. But, so this is what I mean, right? I think men be expecting things from women, which is cool, it's fine, right? We are two adults, right? And I know as a woman that I can make you feel like a man, like so much so that I can make you feel like a masculine man. Just like a man knows he can make a woman feel like a woman. A feminine woman. Like, I know this, right? It is the yin and yang. It's the masculinity and femininity, the order of the Most High, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to the sex exchange with a man, it's kind of like, I know that there's women out there that just want to get her rocks off. Men actually understand that those women come with a lot of problems. Those type of women that lay with a man and have sex with a man and she just want to have fun, these women bring problems to your life. And when a woman with standards and qualities and have substance, and she can actually bring life and, wisdom and nurture and femininity to your life. She wants something a little bit more, something that she can open herself to you and know that, well, I'll say like she decided to build her back up, not just break her down. Because a lot of women, when you have sex with them and they're not with you, you're literally breaking her down without building her back up. So a lot of, I'm going to say like women like myself, I desire a man, you're going to break me down, I'm going to need you to build me to build me back up. So I need commitment. I need some sort of commitment from you to let me know that you're going to be with me tomorrow and the next day after.
China White. China White.
Yeah.
Are you listening, sweetheart?
I'm listening.
All right, let me holler at you. Here's the thing. If it's a situation to where you're having sex with a woman, really, it should be your wife. That should be someone you consider your wife. If you're talking about relationship-wise. But if you're just talking about a bust down, just something to get off, because if women want to get off and men want to get off, and that's what it is. If a man communicates to a woman that that's all that this is, there's no wrong in it. He ain't lied to her. He didn't deceive her. But as far as now a commitment goes, I do believe that he should always build her up, not breaking her down. Breaking her down, that's going to come in different phases. Okay, that has to do when it comes to sex like that, we both get something out of sex. Okay, and the thing is, a woman's going to get as much, like you say, hey, you say you can make a man feel like a man or whatever. I go in feeling like a man. And when I'm dealing with a woman on a sexual level, she's going to love, because I'm going to make her come 2-3 times before I do. So she's not going to have any problem with that. At the same time, she shouldn't be treated subparly, and that would be to lie to her, to make her think that it's something that it's not. But as far as just a sex for sex thing, that's a whole nother topic. But I agree with you, darling. And there's no this, you know what's up in here. Ain't nan way disrespecting a woman when it comes to that.
I feel like this is what I feel like. A lot of people could say I'm a little bit delusional. It is.
No, you're just a woman with your own opinions, and you're strong.
My standards are very high. Sometimes that they're so high, a lot of people think I'm delusional. I think this too, because I know this by the women I speak to and telling them how to have standards. But that right there alone can protect you from a heartbreak. That right there alone can protect you from STDs. It can protect you from a man that's willing to lie to you to get what they want from you. Just being like that. And I think sometimes, like, when I'm alone, because I am alone a lot, like I am alone, I have my own thoughts and I'm always writing and creating. I think that I build my standards a little bit too high for some, that when a man, let's say that he wants to, be with me or entertain me or just want to talk to me, because my standards are so high, it's kind of like you're delusional, because the average chick out there, she's giving it away for free. So when it comes to me, it's kind of like, well, I love this, deuces to you, because other women are out here that look half as good as you, and they're willing to be that freak, and they're willing to cook and clean, but they don't want anything from me. So when I look at that, when I look at those women that's doing that, it's kind of like you would take anything just to lay with a man or just to entertain a man. With me, I have to have something tangible. I always talk about that.
Yeah.
And with a lot of these women, they don't even understand what it means to have a man in your life. Like, this is what I mean. When a man lay with a woman, I don't know if men know it or not, women come attached to you. A lot of women lay with so many men, they don't have that pair bonding no more. They don't even know how to pair bond.
Right.
Bond is so strong that I would feel like it's like you're my God. Like I don't see anybody but you. I know this about myself, And that's why I'm so strict when it comes to entertaining the man, because a lot of these men out here, they want to just lay with a woman without no commitment. And it makes no sense to me for me to open myself up, give you my body, give you my time, give you my energy, my essence, and then next thing you know, I don't have any commitment. It's like I'm selling.
Well, China, here's the whole thing with that. I 100% agree with you, because see, what you're describing here is you're describing that you have fortitude. You know, coming from a lot of them other women, if they don't have standards or they have too high of a standards, yeah, they're delusional. But I wouldn't consider you delusional. If a cat acts like that, then you run 100 miles, or you be 100 miles an hour running from that nigga, because he's the wrong one. If he's not peeping you out and seeing that you do have more to offer and that you're on a different level, because there are levels to this. There are levels and angles to this. And a lot of women, you yourself are one. You're on a different. You're on something different than the when we sit up here talking on this panel here, and I'm not gonna say it's on every panel, but we just up here kicking it like family, okay? So we keeping it 100. We're just talking in generalizations as far as how society is, but it's definitely not 100% every woman, definitely not 100% a man, darling. But don't you think that you're delusional because you have standards? You just have some fortitude, and you're standing on something. When it comes to that, don't ever compromise yourself.
I'm not.
Only thing I'll say.
Go ahead.
Only thing I'll say is sometimes when women know they're a good woman, they'll miss the boat and drown. Compared to, for real, like the good analogy off of Pursuit of Happiness. You know, you in the water and the one boat come past, you say, God gonna save me, don't worry about it. The next boat come past, God gonna save me. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of women that's been probably played by alpha males, they are laying in the lake and they waiting on that boat to come on, but they gotta take a chance to get on the boat, because a lot of times women start blocking their own blessing when they start thinking too much. It's good for them to be aware, but a lot of times I feel like a lot of times God will send a woman a good man right after she been through something, and she could be ready, she may not be ready, but whenever she's supposed to be ready, she got to take a gamble. And I feel like a lot of times women go through things and then they be scared to take chances. No different than what the story Kevin Samuels said about a lot of women go from floor to floor and they get to the top floor and realize there ain't no man at the top floor, and then they can't go back down. Those are two ways I feel like women die. The women that are good women, but they're scared to get back on the boat because they feel like a man gonna push them off. But then at the end of the day, they drown anyway. So at the end of the day, women gotta take a chance, and women gotta understand the gist of hypergamy. The women that's in the boat in the sea or whatever you want to call it, they got a better chance. They just gotta really take a chance. The women that's hypergamy don't never get a handle with hypergamy, they gonna die slowly. But women like you, China, I feel like at some point you're gonna have to take a chance, because life is a gamble, regardless of who you deal with, you know. And you're a beautiful woman, and a lot of times guys know what they got when they deal with you, you know. And then you do got those guys that just want to be cloud chasing. Oh, I fucked with China White. They chase you for your name. But then some guys chasing you for who you are as a woman, what you bring to the table, what your spirit is. And a lot of, at some point, some guys going to be lucky, but just don't be that woman that drowned in the water by waiting on the boat, because you got to take a chance at some point. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm going to say one thing, too. Like Stack said, you know, life is a game of chance. You know, I've learned a couple of lessons by dealing with certain females that I didn't want to really deal with, but I had that, and I took that as a learning experience. I do have my standards, and I do test them. I ask questions. If they're telling me shit that don't sound legit, or if they're saying something but they're doing another, then I know they're not the one for me, because they're not being consistent. Most of all, tell them the truth. Just say, hey, look, What are you looking out of this? Or how do you feel about this? If they're saying shit that don't add up, or they're saying shit maybe not to your standard, you still gonna have to take that risk. But when you see them totally fucking up and you question them on it, and they tell you some other next shit, then nah, that's not the right one to be with. But at the same time, you can't set those standards so ridiculously high that other individual is gonna look at you like, man, she overdoing it right now. I don't really want to fuck with her, and you end up chasing them off. You just let them know, hey, listen, this is what I'm really looking for, but what are you bringing to the table? Like, how do you feel about that? And that's just being upfront with them. But at the same time, you don't want to be too overly picky to the point to where that person is like, man, I'm not perfect. Man, this person made me feel like I ain't shit. I can't even fuck with them. I'm not even on their level, and then they're off. But at the same time, you got to also know what you're not willing to accept. If a guy come at you, yeah, man, I just want to hit it and quit it, man. Like, how do you feel about that? I just want to hit. I just want to slow. I don't want to really work. You working? Could I borrow some money? Like, no, that's not the individual that you want to be with. Okay, you've been working. Do you have a job? Well, no, I don't have a job. Why not? Because I don't feel like working for somebody that's not the right one to be with. Those are red flags that you have to acknowledge and at the same time bow out gracefully, because that's not your place or your role to be having them in your circle. Not necessarily saying you're in their circle, but don't have them in your circle, because they bring that bad luck to you like a big giant shit magnet. And that's all I'm going to say. Just know what you want to say.
I'm going to say this. So, like, me, like, I just refuse. I refuse to drop my standards. I mean, I can correlate with a man. Like, listen, I've been in a marriage for 17 years, over 17 years, right? And then I was dealing with someone after that, and it ended, you know? So right now, like me, I'm single. So I'm not willing to entertain anyone until I regain the things that I lost with dealing with a man. I know that as a woman, a lot of women refuse to do that inner work before embracing a man that she's willing to give the rest of her life with. If she's going to be with you forever, a lot of women refuse to do that, and I know I still have quite a long way to go. That's just me being honest with myself. And like, for what Dax is saying, I honestly agree with you, but a lot of times with women, see, because a lot of women don't actually like you're worth something, Dax, and you know that. And if you teach your daughters, you want your daughters to know that they're worth it in the end as well. I know that I'm worth it. I know that what I can offer. I know this about myself. And it's hard sometimes because it's kind of like there was a man yesterday that did a video on YouTube about me. And I think this was quote unquote his game, was to get me to call him. But I ended up calling him private because I want to know what was his issue. And come to find out, it wasn't an issue. He was just trying to get me to call him. And he was talking about, because he just bought a house and a car. Very successful black man. But it was a bait to get me to call him. He didn't know how to come at me, because he said he was intimidated by my beauty, right? And a lot of men are intimidated by my beauty. A lot of men are intimidated by my standards. But I refuse to drop my standards low, because when you think about this world today, we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody's out for themselves. 9 times out of 10, the women in the femininity sector is teaching women how to get up on men and how to take from a man. And then in other departments, you have men teaching men how to get up on a woman. I refuse to play any of those games, because my father taught me, and me dealing with masculine men in my life taught me that I'm worth it. But I have to know that and what I can offer a man. It's not about what he can offer me, because I understand I'm going to be a part of your life. You're not going to be a part of my life. I'm going to be a part of yours. So if I'm missing an ounce of being a great woman, shouldn't it be only right for me to fix those things I have a problem with? It's only right that I do that. Even if a man say, I see the outer you. I get your energy. I can feel your energy is very strong. I want you right now. me, I'm like, hold on, I am not even at my best. I know when I'm an amazing woman, and right now I just feel like I'm missing something. I'm missing that. It's not confidence. It's more so a trust factor when it comes to dealing with a man. And I don't want to bring no stress to any man. I want to be a pleasant woman when you're in my company, and when you're not in my company, I want to fuck your mind. So when you're not around me, you're thinking about me. I know I can do that, but right now I'm not at my best.
You're going to bring that to a man's life regardless if you're in his life, China. And I think that as far as how you feel, it's right and exact, because you have to heal totally and completely before you can give yourself to anybody else.
Facts.
But you are in a position to where it's sort of a dangerous position, because you're going to have guys coming at you from all different kinds of ways and going to be looking for you to compromise on a whole lot of stuff. And that's not the same thing as submitting to your king. Compromising is a no-no. Yes, you want to submit to your man, but you don't want to compromise for no nigga. And see, that's the thing that you're in danger. Hello?
That's not true. That's not true.
What's that?
That she don't want to compromise.
No, I can compromise. Listen, I can compromise my existence, and I know I could. And that's what makes it so dangerous when it comes to me dealing with a man, because I'll let my guard down, and you can literally have me.
That's why you have to heal totally, darling.
Well,
you have to heal. You don't want to compromise for a man. If you once you are inside, you have to stay that.
But
you have
China,
to be strong for that if you want to add to the man's life.
But the same way she came in, Rich, she was like, I had to call in because y'all was getting too raw and too real. And that's what type of man you need. A man that's going to be raw and real about his past and what built him to who he is today. And a lot of women are used to men lying to them about their past. And me, I lead with my experiences in my life. I tell the women this: you're going to deal with my truth now, or you're going to deal with another nigga lies later. That's just what it is.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to sit here. You're not sitting here and going to double back about who I am as a man, because I'm going to present you who I am as a man. So it's going to be all on the table. You either going to accept the real or keep going in this fairy tale land when niggas lie and this and that. But then when you get committed, then you start thinking about what his past is like. I'm going to tell you my past. I'm going to lead with my past. I'm going to lead with my realness. And when you find a man like that, China, that's when you know that this man gonna love me unconditionally, because he want me to love him unconditionally, because he's giving me his good and his bad, no matter what.
And he won't ask you to compromise.
For real, facts.
He gonna let you be you.
And I think the main reason why that guy felt so intimidated as to what he had and how he's successful, to me, that dude sound like a bitch ass nigga for real. Because if he just said, hey, look, I would like to have China White as a guest on my show. Let me know what it is. Let me know how you feel about it. You know, this is how I feel about the situation. And what would you do to make a change if you had the, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the same type of nigga. If he gonna do a video about, if he's gonna do a video about her and then things go good for a little minute, then things go south, then he gonna dog her in the end. So that was the wrong way to do anything. I don't care if you intimidated or not. That's how I feel.
Honestly, I think the nigga sounds feminine. You know what I'm saying? He must have had a couple of minutes where he had broken wrist syndrome or some shit like that. The motherfucker was born with an outside vagina. That's a big male simp. You know, he had to feel intimidated by luring chicks into an argument. If you want to get into an argument with a chick, I could understand if you joking around with her and shit. But if you arguing with a chick, nigga, you just as feminine, you a whole female yourself and shit. You don't even know do that. You know, okay, that's how you feel, honey. Okay, that's how you feel, sweetheart. Okay, that's cool. You know, we agree to disagree. But other than that, you know, you can say your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, but this is how I feel. I ain't going to be throwing no shade, no, you know what I'm saying, on no chick. Like, it's not going to have a real serious influence on my life because we're leading our own lives. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what the next person thinks. As long as I'm here, you here, we building or some shit, then that's all I really matters. Other than that, fuck, you know, you arguing, talking to, you're preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? Like you're preaching to the wrong person. You should be going out there and say, okay, kind of like, how do you feel about this? Okay, what can the sisters do out there? But to me, that dude sounded like a whole female. You know what I'm saying? I bet you he sits down when he kisses on the toilet too.
I had a conversation with him. He took the video down, so
yeah, he needs to put the balls
like
in
he
that
was
shit.
hurt.
Yeah.
From what he told me, he just had I favorite one of the chicks he dealt with and hurt his feelings or something.
Oh.
But he sounded like a really nice guy. I'm not gonna. He sound like
Man, what happened?
A nice guy.
They turned it laugh.
No, I meant like from after like talking to him, I like maybe he's troubled. You know, I'm not saying a broken man. Like a lot of men and a lot of women are broken. Like I understand that. Like mentally, spiritually, physically, a lot of people are broken. And
you're right.
I can easily discard these people and be like, oh no, you stupid this and you stupid that, or you crazy. I don't do that. Once I get the mindset of a person and I can figure a person out, I understand that he has, you know, things he must deal with as a person. Even though he see a beautiful woman he want to get with, he didn't know the right approach. At the end of the day, he's still dealing with what he's dealing with. And a lot of women do that as well. A lot of women bring on baggage to you because they can't handle you, because they can't take you. And that has a lot to do with that woman, and that's a lot to do with things she needs to heal from. I'm not going to just discard those women and say that, oh my God, some of these women are fucking crazy, which some of them are, right? But I'm talking about the ones that can't take a man because she's dealing with the past, right? I don't want to feel like I have to discard them. That's why I created the Art of Submission. That's one of the reasons why I created it, because I'm like, hey, a lot of these women are broken, they're going through pain, and they don't even know how to get through it because they don't understand that they must heal themselves. Because
your last video was about that. That was a fire video too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true, China. You just gotta watch out for people taking advantage of your good nature, because you are a good natured person. You are sincere inside, and I know you don't have. I know all women got an evil bone in their body. All y'all can be evil, but I know that you're not an evil person per se, and I know you don't want nothing but good and harmony for everybody. So just watch out that ain't nobody out there gonna take advantage of you, darling, because they'll look at you and the way you come at people. You have that nurturing, mothering type of deal going on, to whereas people will try to exploit you and take advantage of you. So just watch yourself.
And guess what? I do acknowledge that. That's why I keep my guards up, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put it out there. I become so weak when it comes to dealing with a man. I'm talking about like behind closed doors. Like I'm just so weak. I just want him to take advantage of me. Like I don't have a problem with saying I want to be a damn slave. I want to wear a collar and I want you to use me. I don't have a problem with saying that. But
well, I'm on my way over then. If there was, hey, look, I'm about to head to the airport now.
Well, with that, it comes a trust factor. I gotta trust you with my life, and I meant that, and I always that. Like,
I know it.
Committing to a man, it comes with responsibility, and a lot of men, that responsibility is high because I'm a very emotional person. I'm very sensitive. I'm so sensitive, it's like fucking crazy. So anything the man that I'm committed to says, I'm gonna take that to heart. And it's so hard for me to break from that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you.
I am. I'm emotional. You know, I am.
It comes out in your content. I know you are.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, though. You being true to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by a lot of masculine men, and it's a lot of women that's catching on to my content. But I know, like, a lot of y'all, me and y'all really rock with me, man. Like, even when I'm breaking down the beta males, I'm like, I hope they don't think I'm talking about them. Like, please.
Nah, you know, we know who we are. We over here.
I'll be breaking them down.
You do. You actually be cutting them up and killing them, but we know who we we are. So it rock on.
Yeah.
Rock on.
I'm gonna jump back into the list real quick, and I'm on the last thing, and then I'm gonna wrap this up in about 15 minutes. I gotta get off this mother by 8:30. But the next thing is, like we talked about, men that could dish it, but they can't take it. The last thing, a man that with money will, that act like was a simp with money will actually ask a woman for a threesome. For me, I feel like that's a simp move. I had threesomes in my life, and I never had to ask a woman for that. It just came to me, or a woman brought it to me. I feel like a lot of guys with money or lead with their wallet or do all the things that we talked about, they're out here trying to act. I feel like anytime a man asks a woman for a threesome, a woman should just break up with that nigga for real, because he's not sexually. His sexual appetite is not even there. If you're that weak to ask a woman for a threesome, how you feel about that, Rich?
Well, man, I tell you, man, I've had it a couple of times in my life, and I wasn't fulfilled by it any time that it happened, man. It left. Actually, the last time I did it, it was with me and someone who I was with for a long time, and they brought him in, and it left me feeling kind of empty, to tell you the truth, because I got what I'm feeling on that level. I don't look at my sex as cheap, okay? And if I'm giving it to a woman, I'm gonna be giving it to that woman. And during that time that it's me and her, we gonna be in such a zone. We ain't got time to think about the third thing over there. And going out with it to just go ahead and ask for it. Each time it did happen, it was actually brought up to me by my girl.
Fact.
I never sought it out because I didn't think that was something that I really needed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what, the last time it happened to me, that relationship ended up going south anyway, because she was more on some outlandish stuff. I mean, because it should, for what me and you got going on, it should be just me and you in here, and that should be enough for you.
Damn.
That's just me if you're doing it right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I said, why would she want to have something extra in the bedroom? If I'm breaking your back, like I said, you go come several times before I do. And if for me to bring it to you, that's saying I'm not really satisfied with you with your love for me. You're just not doing it for me. I'd rather go somewhere else and it just be me and that person than to bring some more. Why do I want to bring someone else to a bad situation? And it must be a bad situation if you want to bring someone else into it. That's just me though, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little old fashioned.
Nah, that's cool. Like me, like I said, any woman that if a man asks you for a threesome, you need to run for real, because that means his sexual appetite is not even already there to be focused on just her.
Right.
I won't do that. If I'm gonna be with a woman, I'm with that woman. And then if she do bring the threesome thing to me, it might fuck up the relationship. That's just me. That's something you should do before you even consider yourself in a full commitment. For me, that's how I feel. But how you feel about that, Mike?
Man, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I had about my fair share of threesomes and shit with chicks, but it always ended up being bad because when you throw in the pipe for one chick, and then one chick want to sneak over, and I'm like, look, I'm in a relationship with that other girl, then they both get to fighting over it and shit like that. And that right there, that's a recipe for disaster, in my honest opinion, because when one felt like they're getting more than the other, and they start getting the fighting and shit, then you just don't want to be nowhere near that chaos, because anything could pop off. Maybe you put your life in danger and shit. Chicks popping up at your house and shit, wanting to fight. And I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for my shit to get fucked up. None of that chaos. I just steer clear from the drama. Guard your energy, as they say. Guard your life. Guard your ass.
China, do you feel like a man is beta if he asks you for a threesome?
No. I mean, I never thought about it. I feel like a man's sexual appetite is huge, right? And I mean, if you want to do a threesome, I don't feel like that's a bad thing. If he asks me, I don't feel like that's a bad thing, because I feel like if he's willing to let me know about his appetite and he wants to willing to share that with me, then I don't feel like that's beta. I feel like he's coming to me because he actually wants me to fulfill it. And that's one of my jobs as a woman, right? If I'm dealing with you, I'm going to want to fulfill it. So I don't feel like that's beta in my point of view. I feel like you just want something extra. Like if you just want to do it 1 or 2 times or however you want to do it. Like it's just that. The only thing is like I don't like when men I don't want to take the conversation nowhere else, but I don't like when men speak with another woman and the woman is like lower quality. Like to me that's a slap in my face because you got this quality woman right here and I'm willing to bring in another quality woman, but you willing to be sneaky. So I have a problem with that, but I don't see it beta if you're telling me, look, I need to be fulfilled more. And then I'm going to take it as it's my job to fulfill you sexually. And if I can't do it, I'll bring someone in. I'll be on the hunt for you. I don't have a problem with that. Hell, I'll go find a virgin. I don't care. But I don't see that as being beta. I just feel like men have things that they require. And if you require something and you want me to fulfill it, I'm going to try to fulfill it my best. So I don't feel like that's beta. But from a man's point of view, it might be different for men, you know?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why my girl, she let me, she went and got me another girlfriend. Okay, this 23-year-old that I'm messing around with, she went and got her for me, but see, it's not on no threesome tip. We don't all three to get together, but she told me that a lot of times she can't do how I like to do all the time. And she told me that so she gave me a pass to go ahead and get another girlfriend, a concubine, if you will, to fulfill the times when she can't be there for me.
Yeah,
you know, so that situation I'm fine with. I have 3 young ladies at this point that I'm dealing with, and it's only the third one that I'm having a problem with, whatever, because everything was fine in the first place, but then it's not. But she wasn't she wasn't down with me from the beginning, so that's on some other stuff, and I'm gonna shortly deal with that because just like 2020 went out, she gonna go out the same way.
And ain't nothing that cut that big, so.
Yeah, man. But if it's just that kind of a situation, I'm not foreign to, and I don't think anything is wrong with it. But as far as when we getting down like that, my appetite is only for the one I'm with. Cause I'm gonna give her she gonna know. I mean, she gonna be walking funny the next day, and that's gonna be that. I don't have time to be giving it to 2, 3 at the same time. This one is I'm gonna bust this down, and if tomorrow you don't want to see me or have nothing to do with me, if I may, I'll go see my other friend over here. Huh. But that's okay. But I can't deal with threesomes though. I just can't. That's too much right there. That's too much energy. That's too much of a carnal feeling, too much of an animalistic thing. And I think as a man, you lose some of your spirit because you letting too many spirits inside your body at the end. You dealing with too many forces at that point.
Facts.
Yep.
Once again, that's coming from an old man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, like me, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like my appetite is high for the woman I'm with. And if it gets to the point that she like, I can't handle you want it too much, and I gotta bring somebody in, I may be open to it. But I feel like it's beta as fuck for me to be like, let's, it'd be my idea. Like for me, if I'm gonna be, I'm gonna want to sleep around with other women, I might as well just stay single. That's how I look at it. Right. But if she knows she can't handle it, and she gotta bring another one in here and there, then I may entertain it. It depends how our sex life is going. But right now, on the outer surface of not being in a relationship, I look at it as beta as fuck. Because as a single man, I can have a rotation of 3 or 4 every week. So what's the purpose of get with one to ask her to do another one? Fuck that. I might as well just do my rotation and fuck a threesome. I got one girl one day, one girl the next day, one girl the next day. That's why I look at it as beta, because
that way nobody gets hurt. Yeah. Nobody gets hurt,
And that's why I look at it as beta, is because niggas would lock down a woman And then at the end of the day, the sad part about the woman that will give the man what he wants, then he lose respect for her. And then he starts thinking he can do anything on her. And I watch guys. I know I got some friends as pimps. They did it with their women, and then it just go ape shit. Because sometimes women could be too loyal, and I watch too loyal women that's too loyal lose, and it's not a good sight in the long run. So that's just me, that's my experience of my life of seeing it. It's cool to be loyal and want to please your man, but at the same time, it depends. Like I said, it depends what the history of our relationship is. But if he bringing it to you, that means he's never gonna be fulfilled. He ain't fulfilled with himself if he gotta, like you said, gotta have that many spirits inside of him.
That's it, man.
Because there's a difference between being fulfilled and having fun.
Right.
So that's how I feel.
So let me say something. Do you find it if a man say I need to bring another woman in, not a threesome? You know what I'm saying, like in the relationship, like let's just bring another woman in to help build this kingdom we're building. Is that the same?
I don't think it's the same. I like if it's like, and I'm not that type of dude, but I see the sister wives thing. If it's more of a spiritual thing, when they feel like they can have multiple wives and kids and shit, that's different. But if he got you and don't bring in, if he bring in her an extra chick and he don't bring in the children as well, then he trying to pimp. It's a different thing. If he just bring you in and she a single mom, just like you a single mom, but he don't bring y'all in and entwine the family together, then he on some bullshit. But if he,
because you're supposed to take care of him, you got to me, you got a responsibility. If she good for one thing, she good to be rewarded with all of it.
Yeah,
and
so that's what I'm saying.
Provider and protector of all of it.
So if it's just I get half of, I just get her body, but I don't get her personality and her lifestyle, then basically he's sending you a sign that's saying he just want to have his cake and eat it too. He gonna roll this shit till the wheels fall off. But if he like the dude, for real, if he like the sister wife dude, bringing in 4 women and more kids and paying for this household and that household, he honestly really believes in that shit. It's some niggas that pretend like they believe in it, but they don't. It goes in their actions of their wallet and if they providing and protecting for multiple women and multiple families. If you're not worrying for multiple women and multiple families, you're on some bullshit. You just playing a pimp. That's it.
I agree with that.
So that's the best way you can learn if a man is serious. If he ain't trying to take on her whole lifestyle, he just trying to take her in and say he just a greedy motherfucker. That's how you know when niggas pretend like they alpha and they really beta. And it happened all the time. You know something? I need to do a video show on that. Undercover alphas that's really fucking betas.
It's a lot of those, brother. It's a lot of those right here on YouTube too, Jack.
Exactly. I know who they are. They know I know their ass too. But they are, like I said, they selling out for whatever going on here, But yeah, I'm gonna go and close, y'all, because I gotta get out of here. I gotta be somewhere at 9:30.
All right.
So, but
this was a good show.
Yeah, it's always the good ones when I got a time limit, but it's almost 2 hours. That ain't bad, Somebody can go back and listen to the stream and understand what's the difference between a real man and a simp. And I feel like the guys on the panel, Mike and Rich and myself, even the guys in the chat, the Golden Child, we all display a real honesty of man and stand-up guys, and basically we stand for something, so we ain't gonna fall for anything. So we definitely not simps. So a lot of times, women don't know how to. It's sad that a lot of guys that have simp behavior, it messes it up for the good guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's diluting the women. It's knocking the women. Women won't even understand the natural order if they allow simps to keep putting them on this pedestal. Because they always got that saying, if you won't do it, another one will. And really the other one that will do it is the simp. Until you run into a man that got boundaries and expect and accept his program, his boundaries, you're never gonna have a good man. You're gonna get to the top of the elevator and look down, and you can't go back down to the man that was good. So,
Real shit.
So anybody, y'all got anything to say before y'all leave?
Yeah, well, check out Stack, man. Once again, I appreciate you, taking my call, man. I always like chopping it up with y'all. Mike, big up to you, homie, man. Stay safe out there, man. And China, I always appreciate your perspective and appreciate your input. And you teach me a whole lot. I like how you getting down on your shows. Keep doing it, even though you keep changing the times of your live stream, and I miss them sometimes. But I may not be around as much as I used to be because I'm about to get real busy on some business tips this year, boy. But when I do come around, you'll see me, and I always support you. Like I said, I appreciate you, girl. Stay strong and keep doing what you're doing. Don't get sidetracked by all this other stuff. And I'll holler at y'all later on.
All right, Rich.
All right.
Peace.
You got anything to say, Mike?
Really not much to say, man. I just hope that everything gets better in 2021. It should be for anybody that, maybe lost a family member. Just know how to do the right thing. Most of all, invest in yourself. I'm going to give a shout out to you, Stacks. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, brother. Do not stop. China, same thing with you, honey. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Remember what we told you. Remember what we told you as men, coming to a woman and shit. Teach these ladies out here to get on their fucking A game, man. Tell these chicks out there that they know if they got it, they're strong. Leave these fucking bum niggas alone, man. For real. Straight real shit. As far as Big Rich, man, love you, brother, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Tell these young folks out here, man, what the fuck is the real deal. Everybody out there, we got this real deal shit going on. You either gonna fucking get down or you're gonna lay down. If you lay down on this shit in 2021, you're gonna stay down. So keep doing your thing, yo.
Facts.
For real. That's all I'm gonna say, yo. Peace, love, I'm out.
All right, Mike. You got anything you want to say, Turner?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Mike and Rich. Rich, he's my brother. Mike, I appreciate your words. And you do an amazing job over here. And I've been sharing your content.
Thank you.
I hope you get more exposure. I hope you get more views. I think you got a great channel here. You go straight to the point. And before I go, I want to say something because you said something about the simps and women. The simps make it hard because it's hard for a woman to tell who's the simp in the simp and the alpha, right?
Yeah.
And real quick, I'm going to touch on that real quick. The reason why it's hard for women when they need to is because you require a lot as a man. And with the simp, everything comes easy. So when she meet a man like you, it's so hard for her because she's so used to a simp giving to her and catering to her needs. So when it comes to you, you're not going to do that, so that's my thing right there. That's from a woman's point of view. And simps do make it hard, I see. So I agree. I love you. I appreciate you. You know how to hit me up if you need to. This your girl, China White. I love you. Bye.
All right, love you too.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Y'all make sure y'all go to subscribe to my girl China White on YouTube. Subscribe to me, Stack44 YouTube. If you're on this other stream, I'm shutting down streams right now. I'm about to get my ass out in these streets. I got some things I gotta do, but this is in all, this is a good show. I'm trying to come back tomorrow. I'm not guaranteed if I'm coming back tomorrow. But I was trying to do Stack Attack Sundays, and then I was going to call these Self-Improvement Saturdays. So I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. If I don't, I got a little bit too tired, a little bit too much going on. But definitely I'm going to try. Next weekend, I'll do 2 live streams. I still got family in town from the holidays, so I'm trying to entertain them. But I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. It'll be about 8:30. I'm going to check out my Bears playing tomorrow, the Packers again. We'll see if we can get in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, women, you guys got to understand what's a real man and what's a simp. A guy that got simp behavior, even though he's maybe generous, nice, and pay your bills, he still will eventually cheat on you. A real man with value and boundaries is not going to make it so easy on you. You will find that out. And the real man that do got values and boundaries, he's going to tell you the truth about his life. A guy that's a simp, he's only going to tell you what you want to hear to get what he wants or to drag you through the mud while you hoping to get married one day. At the end of the day, just remember, men are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are gatekeepers of marriage. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. So if you want to attract a man of value and principle, be a 5% woman, not the 95% woman. And if you don't know what that means, go check out some of my videos about what makes a woman a wife before marriage and check stuff out like that. But my channel is to support the men and the women and give you guys this platform that you guys can come here and check out what's going on. So like I always say, guys, it's you versus you. Stack attack your life. Let's stack up your life. And I'll holler at you guys on the next live stream. Peace.